knee, fuck. Ah. Fuck! We're so close.
The best way of traveling, of getting to know a country, is by bike. I get to see a different culture, but in a much slower pace. It teaches you how to live a simple life.
Everywhere you look, it's stunning and empty and scary. But when you're bikepacking, things are just infinitely better. It's a beautiful way of life. So the Qhapaq Ñan is the entire Inca road system that at one point in time connected Colombia all the way to Chile. It basically united all Andean communities at one point in South America. Being part Colombian and growing up with that culture and heritage, I find that this road system is an incredibly important part of Latin American history. It's something that unites all South Americans, truly. And it was made specifically by people of South America before any outside influence came in. No Spanish influence, no African influence. It's a purely indigenous road system. Why would I do it? It's really to celebrate that history, something that's a part of my own blood. And I wanted to see it in a way in which made sense to me.
Being from Brazil and growing up so close to those borders, I was always curious to learn more about my Hispanic neighbors. Inspired by Sebastião Salgado, I too wanted to photograph these regions, especially from the comfort of my saddle.
When you go on expeditions like this, like for 35 days, you really have to choose your adventure partners carefully.
And now we stand from Oreos.
Adam and I have been doing trips like this for a good 3 years. We bike and we photograph. We are in the same industry, so we became really good friends very fast. We have enough friendship to say things how it is. I don't usually sugarcoat things, I just say things how they are.
What are we doing, Leo?
What are we not doing?
Formatting cards, getting more space, and we are leaving in 1 hour.
We're leaving in an hour. We're formatting cards.
No, but the question is, Adam, what are you doing?
We're professionals, right, dude?
Yeah.
We're professionals.
I met Leo a number of years ago, and he's a ridiculously epic cyclist, incredibly strong, very disciplined person. With this trip, I really wanted to do it with him specifically because we'd be riding as South Americans through South America, and I really figured that that would influence the experience in such a way where we could really get deep into the culture and people would hopefully open up to us more.
For me as an introvert, it's very hard to start a conversation. But with the bike, people see it and it naturally begins. You're seeing different things every day. You're talking to different people every day. I get to stop wherever I want. I get to sleep wherever I want. I get to carry just essentials. It's just opened a whole world of possibilities of where you can go and what you wanted to explore.
For the route, we chose to ride from La Paz to Cusco, following a series of trails that we believed it would eventually traverse across the Qhapaq Ñan. But we only expected to ride for 23 days, around 750 miles and 90,000 feet of elevation.
We left La Paz after 5 days of acclimatization there. We just began climbing. It was a good first feel of what the route was going to be like. We spent maybe, a good 8 hours that day just to get maybe 30 miles in.
The first big milestone was really in the first week, was getting into the rhythm of knowing that we'd be out for at least a month. And in that first week, so many things went wrong. I mean, I got a flat tire that completely slashed through my sidewall. Even if you've planned for like plan A, B, and C, it still ends up being a nightmare. Unfortunately, nothing we do really is working. So unless we find an air compressor somewhere in the middle of goddamn nowhere. Plan right now is hike back to where we started, about 2 miles away. There was a very small community there that hopefully will take us back to La Paz.
Saludos amigos viajeros, buen viaje, mucho cuidado, que Dios les bendiga mucho, cuídense mucho en el camino.
We are on the way to Tuni otra vez with a new tire in tow. And hopefully tomorrow we start back on the bike.
The next day we rode our bikes and pushed for 8 hours. We were gonna hit the second highest elevation of the entire route, which was almost 17,000 feet. I've never been higher than 14,200. That was a very, very tough spot to be in.
Only 97 calories da tuna, fuck. 5 stars.
We made it through, like a lot of giggles, a lot of cussing, but we got to the top, thinking we were gonna have a fun, chill descent. And we start looking for the trail. There wasn't any trail, just a massive, very steep, sandy, I don't know, mountain to descend. So that was actually fun for 10 minutes. And then we started hiking again.
Eventually it becomes like horrendous, so it's like a 1 minute moment of bliss, but super freaking beautiful. I mean, this landscape is absolutely stunning. I mean, there's a snow-capped peak behind us, Huayna Potosi, which is one of the highest mountains in the region. We're like making our way to a refugio hopefully that night, and it's just a massive, wide open landscape, alpaca everywhere, and it's just epic. Today's snack is brought to you by Europe. 2 weeks into Bolivia, we get to this small town called Inca Capaturi, and there's a group of guys and gals like off into the distance, and I see some alpaca like on the truck bed. They're all kind of crowding around an alpaca, and I'm like, what the heck is this?
We thought they were just shaving the animals for clothes, but it turns out that they were slaughtering the animals.
This man starts to describe to me the whole process.
Eso es todo.
Eso, así nomás.
Te rellena alimentos si tomas así caliente.
El sangre.
El sangre también para Pachamama.
Sí.
Sí, para rayos, para tíos, para encontrar el mineral también es bueno, su sangre. Tienes que challarte.
¿En serio?
Oh, después te bendice tanto oro. Minerales, estaño, plomo, zinc, con sangre. Después más sacan más oro, más minerales.
Entonces lo pones el sangre en la tierra.
Al socavón, ¿no ves? La entrada del socavón del mineral, de minería, ahí tienes que echar.
Y lo pones en la entrada más o menos. Como la lama chiquita.
Sí.
Para hacer la bendición más o menos. La lama aquí es como la vaca, ¿no?
Sí, es.
Pero es una carne muy, pues, muy fuerte, ¿no?
Saludable.
Muy
bueno
saludable.
Para coronavirus.
Eso. We were very much ready to get out of the country, to be honest. We were tired of running out of food all the time, and we were ready to get into a new country. And Bolivia, unfortunately, it feels like a forgotten country in South America, very much left behind. So once we crossed into Peru, the rhythm kind of really started to set us up for success. We started to really get into the swing of things. You get really fast at packing, at setting up camp, at making dinner. And then we're also much better at tackling the day mentally. You move quicker, you're able to just kind of go through the steps because you found your rhythm, right? That's what it's really all about.
Oh man, are we riding?
Yeah, bro.
We're riding!
Found our trail for tomorrow. Not gonna do it tonight because it's fucking freezing and it's late, but it's intense. Take a look. It's super important to remain present on a daily basis, especially when things are really hard. And I say that because I think that you can learn a lot when things are very, very difficult. It's how to manage your own emotions. It's how to navigate crisis. When things are really, really hard, if you get lost in your mind, everything spirals out of control. Super fucking Haley right now. We're getting fucking slammed. We're almost to the bottom here.
We were not that far from the end. We were only like 30 miles away.
I was so excited, I was so anxious, I was so ready to be done that I let my mind slip away, and that's why I crashed. Fuck! We're so close. Yeah, dude, I can't fucking move it. Like, oh, fuck! Fuck! This is what it must feel like to break your arm. It does not feel good, dude.
As soon as Adam crashed, we knew we were gonna have to make adjustments on the route. We just had to accept that shit happens on expeditions like this. You can't really plan for everything.
Everything that was going through my head was like, how can I stay in this longer? Like, can I just wrap my hand around and tie it to my body and just suffer for like another day and a half? But just so that we can be there and finish what we set off to do. But shit happens, and such is life, right? You have to let go and accept. For me, I think the biggest takeaway from going through Bolivia and Peru, to remain open to different ways of life, always. The ways in which much of South America lives is in community. It's a beautiful way of life.
We came to this part of the world without really knowing what to expect. We set out to find this ancient road system, which we did find to some degree. But above all, we left with a better understanding of our own shared history, and we definitely plan on going back soon.
I am getting absolutely wrecked by this route. How's it taste? Out of 10.
Right now, they're lucky.
Screwdriver! Screwdriver! This bad boy is legit. We just now need to learn how to use it. So that's step one. Tranquilo, tranquilo, chicos. ¿Lo tienes, Gonzalo?